Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Ever since I was a little girl, I have been attending the Indianapolis 500 with my family. Every year, I look forward to it just as much as the last. The feeling of walking into a noisy, immense speedway from the crowded streets jam-packed with people who have traveled from around the country to witness the single most fascinating sporting event in history is unlike anything I've ever experienced. The speedway was first imagined by Carl G. Fisher in 1905, when racing was first starting on public roads and horse tracks. Carl observed how dangerous it was for racers to drive on such surfaces and also wanted to make it easier for the spectators to watch, as they would only be able to see the cars for a brief moment because the roads were straight. He thought of a circular track with smooth surfaces to allow drivers to race at sustained speeds for extended periods of time and give the people in the stands a chance to see the racers continuously. Construction of the speedway started on March 19, 1909, on the corner of 16th Street and Georgetown Road, just 6 miles outside downtown Indianapolis. When completed, it would become the third oldest permanent racetrack in the world. At the time, it cost $3 million to assemble, which is the equivalent to $84 million now. The track is oval-shaped and was originally constructed of crushed rock and tar, but was later replaced with 3.2 million paving bricks and fixed with mortar, earning the nickname the Brickyard. It was then repaved again in 1936 and 1941 using asphalt. The track runs 2.5 miles long and has 4 turns. There is a museum on the infield and even a golf course called the Brickyard Golf Resort. It has 14 holes outside the track and 4 holes in the infield. The Speedway has 257,327 permanent seats and holds 400,000 people total, making it the highest capacity sporting event in the world. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway is home to the world's most famous motor racing competition, the Indianapolis 500. But that was not the first race to place there. On August 19, 1909, the first race was held at the Speedway. It was only 5 miles long and there were 12,000 spectators. The race did not go according to plan. The track's bumpy, uneven surface proved to be a disaster and resulted in 2 deaths. 2 deaths of mechanics, 2 spectators, and 2 drivers. It was then that the track's surface was replaced. When the track reopened again in December, the lack of spectators caused the owners to make the decision to go from many short races to one long race each year with a much greater prize. Thus, on May 30th, 1911, the Indy 500 was born. The 500-mile race drew the attention of spectators all over the country. The winner, Ray Huron, won the race in 6 hours and 42 minutes with an average speed of 74 miles per hour and won $14,000. Since 1911, the Indianapolis 500 has been held every year with the exception of 1917 to 1918 and 1942 to 1945 during the 2 World Wars. 2020 was also a unique year for the Indy 500 as it took place without spectators in the stands due to COVID-19. An eerie sight considering the Indy 500 is the best attended event in the U.S. sports with an average crowd of 400,000 people. The spectacle has consistently been attracting celebrities and A-listers from the very beginning, some of which include Amelia Earhart, Muhammad Ali, Paul Newman, Steve Tyler, and even Kim Kardashian. The Indianapolis 500 traditionally takes place over Memorial Day weekend. The field consists of 33 starters. The cars sit in a grid of 11 rows and 3 cars per row. Drivers race 200 laps counterclockwise around the circuit for a distance of 500 miles. Although the famous Indy car used in the Indianapolis 500 has evolved over time, many aspects still remain the same. Each car has an open wheel and open cockpit and comes equipped with a 2.2-liter V6 twin-turbocharged engines made by either Honda or Chevrolet and Firestone tires. The current IndyCar series top car speed is approximately 240 miles per hour. Since the cars move at such fast speeds, the aerodynamics of the vehicle are extremely important for keeping the car on the track. The exciting loud noise made by the Indy car as it races down the track is the result of a high-powered, high-performance engine and exhaust system. Anyone who has ever been to the Indy 500 knows the thrill of hearing the car speed around the track. Although times are uncertain right now and nobody knows if or when large gatherings will resume again, when they do, I urge everyone to attend the Indianapolis 500 at least once in your lifetime. Even if you aren't a race fan, the experience is incredible and definitely one you will never forget.